All right, so taking a look here at the next few questions, we are still simplifying the expression, and this time, however, we want to write the result using positive exponents only. All right, so now we're getting into negative exponents, and you'll recall from the previous video we talked about exponents having power only over the number they are directly above. And so in the case of number 20, we'll go ahead and rewrite this out here. We have negative 3 to the negative 2 power. And this negative 2 power only has any authority over the 3, not the negative, just the 3. And you'll recall that we can't have negative exponents. And so what we want to do is take this 3 to the negative 2 and we want to move it downstairs to the denominator. And when we move the 3 to the negative 2 downstairs, the only thing that happens is we go from a negative 2 to a positive 2. All right, and so we're going to take this whole entire entity and move it downstairs. And what we end up with is we still have that negative up top. So really that's a negative 1. And now that we've moved the 3 downstairs, this negative 2 again becomes positive. And now evaluating, we have negative 1 over, well, what's 3 to the second power? That's just 9. And so we have, for number 20, negative 1 over positive 9. All right, let's look at 21. Again, we have 5x to the negative 3. Again, the exponent only has power over the thing it's immediately above, and so this negative 3 exponent only has power over the x, but we can't have negative exponents, and when we have negative exponents and they're in the numerator, we've got to move them downstairs to the denominator, right? And I'll go ahead and write a 1 under this, our number 20 as well, right? Because we can rewrite this whole thing as 5x to the negative 3 over 1. We can rewrite this as negative 3 to the negative 2 over 1, just to help you kind of see the denominator. All right, so when we move that x to the negative 3 downstairs, well, what's left in the numerator? 5. And now we're moving this x to the negative 3 downstairs, and the only thing that changes is the sign of the exponent. So instead of negative, now we have positive. And so for number 21, we have 5 over x to the third. All right, in 22, we have m to the negative 9 times m squared times m to the negative 1. Well, if you watch the first set of, or not first set rather, but the video right before this, you'll recall that we talked about when you are multiplying like bases, and in this case we're multiplying like bases of m. What do you do with the exponents? Well, you add them, don't you? So in this case, we're going to have m as our base, and negative 9 plus 2 is negative 7, minus 1 becomes negative 8. But again, we can't have negative exponents, and so that negative 8 has power over the whole m, so it's going to move downstairs. And by virtue of moving this whole thing from upstairs in our numerator to downstairs in the denominator, we've cleared the whole numerator, and so we have to replace the numerator with a 1, and now the exponent, instead of being negative 8, becomes positive 8. So we have 1 over m to the 8th. And so there you have 20, 21, and 22. All right, so make sure you are really comfortable and familiar with these rules of exponents and especially negative exponents. All right, let's take a look at the next set here in the coming video.